everyone. Welcome in. You are watching Weather Underground, and Happy New Year to you. I'm Mike Bettis.
I'm Alex Wilson, here with our expert, Dr. Nab. They took our horns away. It's probably for the best.
Yeah, noisemakers, you know, like in the afternoon on the 1st, probably not welcome for a lot of people.
Yeah, and at this point, like we're just a little tired. Maybe some of you are a little hungover. Not us.
Food coma from last night.
A lot of food. How was your fondue?
Oh, man, it was epic. Epic. It was great.
So
now,
good.
our dogs were not happy last night because there were some firecrackers going off. So our pets at home were like, Happy New Year. It's going to be quiet tonight.
Yeah.
People are just going to be sitting and watching football or something.
I think everybody's going to sleep pretty good, watching football and then fall asleep and maybe sleep in a little bit later tomorrow.
You know what's not going to be sleepy, though? The weather. There's going to be a progressive pattern. There's going to be a lot of storm systems coming from the Pacific across the whole continental U.S. the next several days. Your weather's going to change day to day quite a bit.
Absolutely. We look at the travel today, not too bad, but of course, you know, sneaking a peek at the end of the week, things could get interesting.
Things could, especially with snow in the Northeast, which we have really been lacking. So we're going to talk how that storm just kind of traverses across the country and then maybe wallops in our northern states.
Could be pretty exciting. I think on the brakes a little bit. So at least the bridges are yellow. Adds a little pop of color to this otherwise pretty gray day. Let's peek at your New Year's Day travel, starting with a look at Pittsburgh. The airport doing okay out there in Moon Township, 35 degrees, again with snow showers across western Pennsylvania. You head east on I-80, Pennsylvania Turnpike, you're seeing those snow showers. Also down into like Monongalia County there in West Virginia. Morgantown, you guys have seen some snow showers. Cleveland, you're like the only game in town there, but you're getting some snow as well. It's just that one narrow zone of light snow, but it does include Cleveland right there at Hopkins International Airport. So no delays at this point, just some lower visibility. Of course, you look out and you're like, oh boy, we're going to get out of town and I'm not even going to get to see the skyline real pretty. Some delays possible today for Pittsburgh, for Buffalo, for Cleveland. I think they'd be minor at best. Also, with rain showers over towards the D.C. area airports, I think we could see some slowdowns. BWI, Dulles, and Reagan National. Up towards the New York City airports, Philadelphia, Boston, I think you're good to go. I don't think we're going to have any delays out there today. And we look at our turbulence tracker. No reports of turbulence at this point. But when we look at the afternoon hours, could see some issues up there off the New England coastline, off the New York coastline. That's where I would expect things to get a little bit bumpy. So you're taking like a D.C. to Portland flight. That would be an area where things could get a little bit rocky, and you may hear the pilot say, hey, we're going to have everybody sit down. Seatbelt sign is on now. So don't be surprised by that. Today, again, not expecting much in the way of delays. A few possible into parts of the Ohio Valley, western PA, western New York. But the big airports from Seattle to LAX to Chicago area airports to our Texas ones, Dallas and Houston, and then over towards Atlanta, JFK, Boston, all should be just fine. Road travel, I don't anticipate any problems either. The south is nice and dry, Mike, so from Atlanta down to Miami, things should be a go at all those airports.
All right, well, let's take a look
People actually got hurt by some of those waves, so this isn't just like, oh, I got knocked off my feet and, you know, I got back up. No, for some of these areas or some of these people, actually had to go to the hospital for injuries. We continue with that stream of moisture across sections now of the south, but we still have high surf advisories in the south sections of the state of California. So high surf advisories remain for places like Malibu up towards San Luis Obispo. When we look at the wave height forecast, you can see they're rolling back in as we move into the middle part of the week. So expect to see waves getting churned up again, and then late weekend, we do it all again. So the wave heights continue to rise as these series of storms continue to roll in. You can see how undulating the jet stream is, right? So the pattern very up and down, and each one of those dips is bringing in the cold air and the stormier weather. So as moisture moves eastward, we showed you that stream of moisture working into Southern California and the southern U.S., we're going to see more wet weather from the sky, too. So it's not just the waves. We've got rain, and we've also got heavy snow that will impact the Sierra Nevadas. So could be looking at some good snowfall, some needed snowfall, but obviously it would cause trouble for your travel if you are traveling in and out of some of these communities. So that potential is there for 1.5 to 2 feet plus across some of those higher elevation spots. European model says just that. So that lightest shade of pink, that baby pink, that's 2 to 3 feet of snow. Plenty of 12 to 18 inch amounts in the higher elevations of the Intermountain West. And the GFS model also co-signs that across the Sierras. We see those 2 to 3 foot totals for the mountains, central, northern, southern Sierras. In terms of rain, 3 to 5 inches up there in northwest California, but a lot of the coastal areas, guys, will be in that 1 to 2 inch range. So yet again, a busy week of weather, from the waves to the rain to the high elevation snow.
All right, Alex, thank you for
Those
that.
up and going, but at least a few showers, or up closer to the Great Lakes, a few snow showers. Right now, we've got some of that snow also edging down into parts of, say, Charleston, West Virginia. So Reagan Airport, Yeager Airport, you guys could see some slowdowns. As Mike mentioned, a few spotty showers down along the Gulf Coast as well. Water vapor imagery showing just how undulated the jet stream is. We've got more systems coming in off the Pacific coastline. That's going to keep things active there. But our first disturbance for the middle of the week, bringing rain to the southern tier. This includes Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, where they really need some of that rain. So drawing in that Gulf moisture, surface low develops, helps to squeeze out that moisture, bringing us the welcome rain. I think most areas will see anywhere from a ½ inch to up to 2 inches of rain. Then that system continues to move out over the Atlantic, and late part of the week and into the weekend, we've got another system rolling through. Could this one bring us a better shot of snow, even along the I-95 corridor? That's the million-dollar question. Still too early to determine, but ooh, it's fun to look at the models in the meantime. That big game of will it or won't it. So if you're hearing, like, if your aunt is calling you and saying, like, it's going to snow this weekend, let's cancel plans, you don't need to yet, but, you know, keep an eye on this here on the Weather Channel. Southern light rain as we move through late Tuesday and into early Wednesday. You can see that system. It's a quick hitter. It's not going to be hours and hours or days of rain. It's going to be, you know, a few hours in and out. By the time we get into Wednesday afternoon, Atlanta, Birmingham, you get some rain showers. By Thursday morning for most areas, it's out of here. Another system coming in for the end of the week, start of the weekend, to bring another round of rain. I mentioned the snow right now across sections of western PA, West Virginia. So the I-79 corridor, say from Clarksburg to Fairmont to Charleston, you're getting some of that snow. A little bit of I-81 too, Martinsburg to Hagerstown, down to Winchester, Hagerstown to Martinsburg to Winchester. As we watch our forecast this afternoon, or watch the future radar, just a few snow showers coming in off the lakes, Ontario and Erie. By Thursday morning, back into the Appalachians and West Virginia.